Hello and welcome to the 24th lesson of the Dothraki tutorial. Today we will be focusing on vocal auxiliary verbs. Here's your vocab for today, starting with the nouns. Gezri, snake. Verbs, fonat, to hunt. Auxiliary verbs. Nem, this is placed before a verb to signify the passive voice. Nemo, this is placed before a verb to symbolize the reflexive. Prepositions. Now I know we're not studying prepositions this lesson, but this is going to be useful. Ki. With the noun in the genitive case, this means by the noun. Alright, on to the text. Kimich nem adach ki anni. Dranech nem inde ki yali. Allegra nem fona ki lagiki hali, vosma allegra nem vos ajolina. Anha nem ostak ki gezrisi, gezri nem vos tiha ki anni, jano nemo osta. Alright, grammar time. What are vocal auxiliary verbs? Remember from the last lesson that auxiliary verbs are helping verbs placed in front of a main verb to signify something. Vocal auxiliary verbs signify voice, which is the relationship between the subject and the verb. There's the active voice, where the subject does the verb. You already know how to construct sentences in the active voice. You've been doing so already. The passive voice is when the verb is being done to the subject. The reflexive voice is when the subject does the verb to himself. Here's how you signify the passive voice in Dothraki. Name the subject and the verb, conjugated as if it were in the active voice, then place nem between the subject and the verb. So adachat would go from me adacha to me nem adacha, or it can go from me vos adacho to me nem vos adacho. Here is why I said the word ki would be useful. If you want to express who did the verb, you use the word ki, and then put the who did the verb in the genitive. So the duck was eaten by me in Dothraki would be allegra nem adach ki anni. To express that the subject did the verb to himself, you would again identify the subject and the verb, conjugate the verb as if in the active voice, and then place the word nemo in between the subject and the verb. So, I ate myself would be anha nemo adach. So here's what I want you to do for your practice. Construct sentences using the active voice, and then convert it to the passive voice. And that is all. Dothras check.